welcome back to Dragon Ball Expert Reacts to Dragon Ball Things. Today we're checking out 25 Dragon Ball records that you definitely didn't know. Clearly, I know them. I'm a Dragon Ball god. Shout out to Saiyan Anika for this video. We've reacted to some of his other stuff. He's got 24,000 subscribers. Please go to his channel and support him. Get him to 100K. He makes some bangers. Let's check it out.
Did you know that Goten is actually not the youngest Super Saiyan in history?
Stop.
How about the fact that the first ever Super Saiyan was neither Goku nor Yamauchi?
Stop.
Or damn, how about the record that Goku set while being only 12 years old? A record that, by the way, stands not only for Dragon Ball, but for all anime in existence.
Okay, I can't even lie. I don't know who Yamauchi is. Before you guys start in the comments, bear in mind, I am a self-proclaimed Dragon Ball god. And I know everything. Yamauchi doesn't even exist. I don't even know. If I don't know who Yamauchi is, he's clearly not real.
These are 25 Dragon Ball records that you probably never realized before. For example, let's start with the record where Goten is actually not the youngest Super Saiyan in history.
That's gotta be cap. Unless it's like Brawly. Ooh, it could be Brawly. Because Brawly did get shipped away to a random planet when he was like 2 years old. No, it's not Brawly. No, I don't know. Maybe it's Trunks in the future? Is it future Trunks? I don't know.
Yes, it's true that he transformed into a Super Saiyan at the age of 7, but you may find it surprising that there is someone who was able to use this transformation at an even earlier age. What do you think we're talking about? And
that looks like a Chaozu. But Chaozu is like I don't even know what Chaozu is. What is Chaozu? Hold on, time out. What is Chaozu? I'm just realizing this now. It's not a human, right? Is Chaozu? What is Chaozu? It's like a baby doll. That is kind of powerful.
At what age did that person become a Super
Trunks,
Saiyan?
see?
Age 5?
Give me
Age
Trunks.
3? Maybe 6 months old? Nope, believe it or not, the youngest Super Saiyan ever recorded wasn't even born when she first used the transformation, and that was none other than Gohan's daughter. Remember how the gang needed—
What? What are we talking about? A fetus? A Super Saiyan fetus?
Needed 5 Super Saiyans, excluding Goku, to perform the ritual for the Super Saiyan God transformation. There was Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, and Goten, but they still needed one more. Well, this is where Videl pitches in with that Saiyan baby girl in her belly. Now, if you told me that a fetus can become a Super Saiyan when I was first watching Dragon Ball Z, I would have laughed in your face, since this was supposed to be the epitome of hard work for a Saiyan. But as we saw in episode 9 of Dragon Ball Super, this actually happened, and the baby inside Videl's belly also transforms into a Super Saiyan.
That is actually crazy. We're not talking about Super Saiyans anymore. We're talking about super fetuses. We've watched about 1 million power level comparison videos now, and we know that when Goku goes Super Saiyan, he has a power level of like 150 or 180 million. Are you telling me that a fetus has a power level of 180 million? That means a fetus would be able to beat up any person in the entire world. I can't believe I didn't like think about that when I was watching Dragon Ball Super. I was just like, oh, you know, that's kind of cool. Little baby Saiyan helping out Goku. That's nice. But now that he puts it this way, that doesn't make any sense.
Moving on to the second one, who do you think is the first ever Super Saiyan? Now,
first ever Super Saiyan, I think I should make guesses, or I should tell you guys the answer, because I totally know before he does. The answer is Krillin.
If your answer to that question is Yamauchi, then I'm afraid you're incorrect. Technically, this may come as a surprise to some of you, but the first ever Super Saiyan in Universe 7 was actually Goku's father, Bardock.
I'm not even kidding. I was gonna guess Bardock. I'm not even trolling. I'm literally not trolling, and then I decided to meme it and just say Krillin. Because I know some of you guys out there would be like, Krillin's not even a Saiyan! How dare you say that? You don't know anything about Dragon Ball. I was about to say Bardock.
You see, Yamauchi is just the previous legendary Super Saiyan who was born around 1,000 years ago. But Bardock's Super Saiyan transformation happened way before his birth. The time difference between when Bardock becomes a Super Saiyan and Yamauchi's legendary transformation is actually 866 years, due to the fact that Bardock was actually sent back in time in a TV special, thus making Bardock, Goku's father, the first ever Super Saiyan. However,
I know that I shouted him out already, but dude, shout out to Saiyan Aniki. These are like the most niche facts I have ever heard. We're talking about Bardock in like an off-episode TV special where he goes back in time and then becomes the first Super Saiyan before Yamauchi, and now that makes him the first ever Super Saiyan. Wow. Is Yamashi, is that the dude that like that Frieza's dad was scared of? And like all the myths, the tales that Frieza knew about and why Frieza had a fear of Saiyans was because of Yamashi? Is that, am I getting that right? Is it because of him?
Depending on whether you consider that TV special canon or not is up for debate. If it is canon, then Bardock is the first ever Super Saiyan. And if it's not canon, then yeah, Yamashi still holds the title of the first ever Super Saiyan. And the records held by Goku's family don't stop here. You see, future Gohan is the only known Saiyan to ever fight with just one arm. Yeah, we've seen Piccolo, Nail, and even Tien fighting with one arm. But as far as Saiyans go, future Gohan is the only one who was actively fought with just one arm. Which is funny, because Vegeta has had his left arm broken so many times, but he'd just stop and scream instead of continuing the fight with his other arm. No disrespect to the Prince of all Saiyans, by the way, but oh well, it is what it is.
Wait, Vegeta would stop fighting when he hurt his arm? That's kind of wimpy, I can't even lie, especially coming from Vegeta, who has all the pride in the world. He's the one that stops fighting. That's crazy. I swear something happened in like Dragon Ball Super Heroes that was like a nod to the one arm battling. Maybe it was Gohan again, I don't know. I swear that happened again though, where there was someone battling with just one arm.
Of course, the video would obviously be incomplete without a Goku record, and the one we'll present now is one you probably would have missed. I know, it's hard to miss a Goku record, right? Well,
most food eaten.
Do you remember how after the 21st World's Martial Arts Tournament, Goku ate as many as 57 full-course meals? That's at least 1 million calories. Now, this is actually not that surprising, considering we all know how much Goku loves to eat. But let's not forget that he was only 12 years old at the time. That's right, Goku holds the record for the most calories ever consumed by a 12-year-old in any anime ever. And
bruh, I literally called that. What? I'm him! I gotta be him! Dragon Ball God, self-proclaimed Dragon Ball God. Told you. I told you. You guys, you didn't believe me. Last time I reacted to one of these videos, I got so many hate comments. Start popping them up. One there, one there, one there, one there. Look at all these hate comments. Telling me, I don't know this, I don't know that. I should rewatch this, I should watch that. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Me. Ha 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 ha! I knew the fact before he even said it. That is how you know I am a Dragon Ball connoisseur. Joke's on you.
And since we're talking about Goku, there's another
I'm just kidding, guys.
Probably missed. You see, when it comes to impressive action anime feats, Saitama's short trip to the moon and back is often cited as one of the most impressive feats. However, what if I told you that Goku did something just as impressive, and he did it right at the beginning of the story? You see, we're talking about the moment when Goku uses his power pole to take Monster Rabbit and his minions all the way up to the moon. This officially certifies him as the only protagonist to touch the moon with a pole from the surface of the Earth. And you'll be surprised to know just how early he bagged that record in the story. It happened in the 9th episode of Dragon Ball. By the
okay, I maybe I do have to watch Dragon Ball. You guys did bash me last video because I said I didn't watch original Dragon Ball and I said that it was doo-doo buns. In fact, one person actually said that I might get canceled for saying that. What? I didn't know I could get canceled for saying I don't want to watch a show because it's doo-doo buns. Bro, it was made in like 1970. The graphics are made with crayons. But I get it. I get it. A lot of people who watch my videos are hardcore Dragon Ball fans, so I feel like I owe it to you guys to power through and watch it. So at some point, I got hand up. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. But you guys at least have to admit that the graphics aren't there. Come on. I'll admit like I should watch it. It's probably a good story. I can admit that, but can you admit at least that the animation and the graphics are doodle buns? Please, let's come to some agreement here.
The way. What if I told you that the record for the most delusional and ignorant nonsense ever spouted by a character is also held by a Saiyan? In episode 116 of Dragon Ball Super, Kefla literally claimed that she had the power to, quote, one-shot an entire universe.
Yeah,
the fact that she says it while competing in front of individuals like the Grand Priest and the Omni Kings?
Dude, Goku could fart on Kefla and destroy her, let's be honest. Like, if Goku was really trying, he could literally... See ya, Kefla. Blow her off the edge. You know what I'm saying? How dare she even claim that? Get out of my face, Kefla. Come on. Grow up.
makes me want to burst out laughing.
Yeah,
The audacity to say this in front of characters like the Omni King Zeno is without a doubt laughable. But speaking of Zeno, let's present the fact he holds. The record for the most mortals killed in history
Shortest
belongs
man.
to, you guessed it, Zeno. He literally killed 6 universes in the past and 7 universes during the Tournament of Power. That literally makes even Thanos' actions look like a child's game in front of what Zeno did.
I gotta be honest, guys, like, I gotta rewatch Dragon Ball Super. I have to rewatch all of Dragon Ball for a couple reasons. One, it's epic. Gotta rewatch it. But two, I'm literally not kidding. I'm 26 years old. That's not what I'm not kidding about. What I'm not kidding about is I think I have a memory problem. I don't know if it's because I'm on social media, brain rot, scrolling, and so my brain is destroyed. But I feel like I watch a show. I've watched Dragon Ball Super through and through. It's been probably 3-4 years now since I've watched it. I feel like I forget half of it. And it's not just Dragon Ball Super. That is a regular occurrence in my life where I feel like I just forget what happens. And what I'm trying to say here is that I knew that all the universes were on the line for the Tournament of Power. I knew that, like, Zeno said he's gonna only let the one universe survive that wins and all the rest go boop. I remember that, but I don't remember him actually doing it. I don't remember him actually destroying the other universes. And I feel like if he did, how could I possibly forget that? It needed to, I don't know. Maybe it needed to be like more dramatic. Like an entire universe being exploded is crazy. And he did it so many times. I mean, that's hundreds of billions, trillions of lives. I used to hate Goku Black. Like when he was first introduced, I was like, yuck, boring saga, wham, wham. But low key, it was kind of a fire saga. I can't even lie. It ended up being sick. Like the end of it, I feel like the first half was like, meh, don't really care. It's a saga that takes place in the future. Why would I care about the future at all? But then it actually came full circle and it was pretty epic.
With that record of Zamasu, this also means that he also holds another record. He becomes the largest character in the story. By becoming the universe itself, he even surpasses Super Shenron in size. But it's worth noting that Super Shenron himself is not just the biggest eternal dragon in Dragon Ball. He's the biggest dragon in all of fiction. The Mad Lad is colossal enough to encompass multiple galaxies. Heck, it literally looks as though we can eat galaxies for lunch and then drink some black holes to wash it all down. Super Shenron is indeed by far the biggest dragon in the history of fiction, but even he is actually smaller than Zamasu.
Easily one of the coolest characters. I don't understand how Zamasu is the universe though. I remember him like becoming like being in the sky and stuff like that, but how does one thing become a universe? Does that mean all universes are entities?
Oh, since we're talking about eternal dragons, who do you think is the most chill and laid-back dragon in the story?
Shenron,
the dragon
come on.
we're talking about only requires you to find just 2 Dragon Balls, and unlike Shenron or Porunga, he can even turn you into the strongest in the entire universe.
Wait, what?
As long as you're willing to give up a ridiculous sum of your lifespan, of course. For example, in Granola's case, he takes 150 years. But to be fair, 150 years is a small price to pay for becoming the strongest in the universe. I mean, Granola literally went from a nobody to basically defeating Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta. Do note that Shenron and Porunga would have straight up refused to grant this type of wish, but who knew that Toronbo was as chill as that?
Okay, all right. You guys called me. You got me. You called me. Hands up. I don't read. I didn't read any of the mangas. I don't know what happens in any of them. I know like granola is a thing. I also know that I eat granolas all the time. They're very tasty. But there's granola, there's Euro, and I know what you guys are gonna say. Oh my God! You know nothing about Dragon Ball, you're a loser. Your hair is trash. Look, okay, I was wearing a beanie all day. Like, you know, a hat. I was wearing a hat. That's why my hair looks like this. So the other insults, I understand. I can agree with. Give me a break on the hair thing going on today. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't know. I tried. Kinda. Not really. I'm just waiting for the next movie, I don't know, TV series to come out that has Moro in it. I said Yoro, it's Moro. And granola. And then I'll gobble goo that up. Like, I will watch all of that for sure. You have my promise on that. But I'm not gonna read it. I will not read it. 0% chance I'm gonna read it. I don't read. The only thing I read is Twitter. That's it. And Adam's mom's text messages to me. That is it. I mean, that's all. That's all I can do.
Oh no.
It's funny how characters are not the only ones who can hold records. For example, here we have records held by independent universes. As you can expect, Universe 1 is at the top of the ranking when it comes to mortal level, but where is Universe 7? It's second from the bottom, although they do move up a spot after the Tournament of Power. But now, which universe is the worst? Well, the record for the worst universe in the Dragon Ball multiverse is held by Universe 9. Wait, isn't that the same
So
universe whose
embarrassing.
angel grinned after it was erased out of existence? Following the worst universe,
Wait, that's kind of crazy. That is like such a weird, interesting fact. He kind of just tossed that in, but that is a nice little Easter egg. Like the angel was happy that his universe was getting destroyed, probably because he was embarrassed. That angel probably got bullied by all the other angels. Wait, does that mean Whis gets bullied? Because he's the second weakest universe? I don't know. I mean, you gotta think like the universe to the angel is like what it's their business, it's their company, it's what they represent. And if you have the weakest universe, you're like a dork to the other, in the other angel's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So now does that mean like Whis is now the biggest dork of all the angels? I don't know. Wait, are all the angels dead now because Zeno destroyed everything? Oh God. Here we go. More hate in my comments. I've been getting a lot of hate in my comments, guys. Let's spread some love. I just want to be educated, even though I self-proclaimingly know everything there is to know about Dragon Ball. I also at the same time do need to be educated heavily on the subject of Dragon Ball.
let me tell you about the one who holds the record for the loudest
Shut up,
scream.
Tyler.
As we saw during the Majin Buu saga, Super Buu's scream was so hardcore that he was able to manufacture a dimensional rift. Goten was later able to do the same, but his scream wasn't even half as impressive as Super Buu's scream. Though, yes, this one is indeed kinda cursed. And speaking of cursed,
Super Buu is one of my favorite, I think maybe my favorite character, maybe my favorite villain of all time.
who do you think is our 13th record holder? It's Grand Elder Guru from the Frieza saga, and he takes the 13th spot because he's
Heaviest
the only
guy?
character in the entire story who has
Oldest.
died twice in the same arc. The good old Guru died on Namek. He was brought back to life using the Earth's Dragon Balls, but then he died once again on Earth, all within the same arc.
Poor
Damn,
guy.
Toriyama must have had something personal against him. Next, we have the only mortal who has yet to die in the story. You see, when it comes to the Z Fighters, all of them have died at some point in the story. Even characters like Master Roshi died when the Earth was destroyed by Majin Buu. But there was one person, one character, who has somehow succeeded in surviving everything. It goes to none other than the world champion,
Hey, yo,
the champion
go
of the
ahead.
universe, Mr. Satan. Sure, he may be a fraud, but hey, your favorite character has died more times than him. Moving on, we have the most frequently defeated villain in the entire story. I'm sure most of you immediately guessed that it's Frieza. And to be honest, you'd be absolutely correct to guess that.
There
So,
you go.
how many times do you think he was defeated throughout the entire story?
Let me think. Okay. Frieza arc, clearly, one. Trunks defeated him. The future Frieza. He gets defeated again as Golden Frieza by Goku. And then he gets... No. Wait. No, he does he survive Tournament of Power? It's him and like Android 18, I thought, that won the whole thing. Oh my god, I just said that and I feel like so many people are gonna hate me. Chill. Chill. Does Frieza lose in Tournament of Power? Yeah. No. Yes? No. I'm gonna say 4. 4. My answer is 4.
Well, he lost against Goku on Namek. He was
Yep.
sliced and cut into
Yep,
pieces
got
by
that one.
Trunks. He was defeated by Piccolo in Hell. Goku kills him
Okay.
with a Kamehameha during Resurrection of F.
Oh my
Frieza
God,
then
that's-
loses again during the Broly movie.
Oh
and
God.
even in Dragon Ball GT,
Oh
he's
God.
not spared as
Oh
Goku
God.
freezes and then smashes him to pieces. Overall, Frieza has been defeated 6 times
6
so
times.
far. And
Oh
considering
my
how he is
God.
still relevant, you bet he's gonna get defeated again. That number will soon bump up to 7. Hold on. We mentioned
That is
Goku defeating
insane.
the
Wait, how many wins does he have? I think he has 0 wins. I mean, I guess he's won like battles, but not entire wars. Like he's killed Krillin, he's killed a bunch of people, he's defeated planets and stuff. I don't know. He's never defeated the Saiyan.
opponents, but wanna guess who was the first villain to actually defeat Goku? We're talking about actual villains.
Oh.
And there are 2 of them. The first one who defeats Goku is General Blue from the Red Ribbon Army. He uses telekinesis to do him in. The second one is Mercenary Tao, and he is the first villain of the story to defeat Goku in actual hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, I never would have got those because I still haven't watched Dragon Ball. Sorry, guys.
And what if I told you that there was only one character in the story who actually deliberately kills Goku for good? No, it's not Cell. That was more like a self-sacrifice. And
Hit?
it's not Hit either.
What? Okay, it's not hit either. What? I guess it's not hit because Goku hired Hit to do it. Piccolo. It was Piccolo. Piccolo killed him on purpose.
because Goku survived in the end. Yup, it's Piccolo.
Bang! Bang! Come on! Put some respect on my name for that one, guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys got that one too, but come on. That one was good.
Sacrifice, it's also true that Piccolo is the only one who was able to consciously and deliberately kill Goku. And for that, he holds the record for being the only one to have deliberately killed Goku. Now, there are a couple of more records that our boy Piccolo holds. For example, when comparing him with the rest of the Z Fighters, we can easily observe that he's the tallest of them, standing at 7 feet and 5 inches. He's the tallest one out of all the Z Fighters, leaving behind characters like Vegeta that stand at just 5 feet 3 inches tall.
I gotta be honest, that fact or that record is like kind of because it's not like a world record. He only has the record within the Z Fighters. He's not like the tallest fighter ever, you know? The rest are lit though. No hate here. This video is sick. No hate. I'm not spreading hate. Love, positivity.
But Piccolo's records do not end there. He's also the youngest participant to ever compete in the World Martial Arts Tournament. Hear me out. Let me remind you that Piccolo was barely 3 years old when Goku fought him in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. So yeah, Piccolo is technically a minor at this point in time.
That's crazy.
Next, we have the record held by Mr. Popo too. It's about having the most elegant smile in the entire story. Nah, seriously, Mr. Popo is an immortal individual who has served all the Guardians of the Earth. He always outlives them and then trains their successor.
What is Mr. Popo? What is he? Why do I have so many questions today about what things even are? Like, what is Mr. Popo? What is Chaozu? What are these things? I guess I should probably watch Dragon Ball because that's where the characters originate, so there's probably a lot of explanation there. But hopefully you guys can help me in the comments.
Mr. Popo, we have the character who holds the record for spending the most amount of years being sealed. Is it Majin Buu, who was in a state of stagnation for millions of years? Or is it Moro, who was sealed by the Grand Supreme Kai for 10 million years? Well, it's neither of them. The one who holds this record is actually the old Kai. About 75 million years ago, he had a stupid argument with Beerus over something trivial, and Beerus just sealed him away inside the Z-Sword. It wasn't until recently, when Gohan broke the sword, that it was finally set free.
Whoa.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who is the smartest character in Dragon Ball?
Smartest character in Dragon Ball. I feel like the answer is going to be dumb. It's going to be like Mr. Satan or something. Bulma? Bulma. I like Bulma. Or the kid from the Red Ribbon Army in the new movie. Dragon Ball Superheroes. It's gotta be one of them. It has to be one of them.
Is it Dr. Brief, who founded the Capsule Corporation? Is it Dr. Gero, who created the perfect warrior in the form of Cell? Or is it Bulma, who was able to ignore the laws of physics and create a time machine? Honestly, we don't know. But what we do know is that the choices don't end here. As we learn from Chapter 17 of Dragon Ball Super, there was someone in Universe 12 who managed to create the machine. In doing so, this mysterious individual not only became the first person to ever create something like this, but also the first person to trigger an alternate timeline in the multiverse.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
2 different records. Who knows? Maybe they were also the smartest character. Oh,
wait, isn't that? I thought the kid who like made the new androids is like crazy smart too. Come on, guys, give me some props for that one, right? Maybe he needs to get a little bit older, and when he gets older, that's when he'll get like super smart.
We may not have been able to label Bulma as the record holder for the smartest person of the story, but there is one record that no one, not even Saiyans, can take away from her. Now, hear me out, biggest personality goes to Bulma. Come on. If you know, you know. What exactly are we talking about? We're talking about the fact that Bulma has changed her hairstyle at least 18 times throughout the entire series.
We're getting desperate here on these records.
All their different transformations could even match up to her. Following Bulma, we have Master Roshi. He canonically holds the world record for having the most popular collection of naughty magazines. But that's not what this is about. This is more about how he's the oldest man on Earth. He's been around for several centuries, and it's clear that he's not planning on kicking the bucket anytime soon. But note that he is the oldest man still alive, not the oldest living human. Nope, that record belongs to his older sister, the fortune teller Baba. She is the oldest living human on Earth.
Wait, if they were alive for centuries, they're hundreds of years old, and they're humans. They've seen a lot, dude. They've been through a lot of different times in the world. Wow, no wonder he just doesn't care about anything anymore.
Finally, we have the one who holds the record for creating the most iconic technique, not just in Dragon Ball, but in the anime medium in general.
That's
We're
Goku.
talking about the Kamehameha.
Yeah, okay.
You may think it was Master Roshi who created the Kamehameha and then took 50 years to properly master it. But what if I told you that it was someone else? You see, as it turns out, the credit for creating the Kamehameha goes to Toriyama Sensei's wife, Nachi Mikami. When Toriyama Sensei was thinking about an attack for Master Roshi, and how he wanted to include the term Kame in it, as it means turtle, his wife wife suggested naming the attack after the first ever king of Hawaii. Well, can you guess the name of that king? The king's name was Kamehameha,
There you
and that
go.
is how the Kamehameha technique made it into the Dragon Ball storyline.
Honestly, that's a pretty sick fact to end on. Let's go. This video was awesome. If you guys learned anything today, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, go check out Saiyan Annika's channel, and click right here to watch another awesome video.